Nick Wright shares story of Jalen Hurts' mother confronting him prior to Eagles' Super Bowl 59 win on Sunday. Jalen Hurts led the Philadelphia Eagles to the second Super Bowl title in franchise history. The NFC East team dominated the Kansas City Chiefs and won 40-22 to cap off a sensational season. Hurts came into this season under a lot of pressure and was constantly criticized throughout the campaign. The Eagles' quarterback was often referred to as his team's weak link, but he proved everyone wrong. The 26-year-old quarterback played his best in the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl. He silenced many of his critics, including Nick Wright, who the Eagles star's mother confronted before the Super Bowl. Looking to predict NFL playoff scenarios? Try our NFL playoff predictor for real-time simulations and stay ahead of the game. In a recent segment on his podcast, What's Right? With Nick Wright, the FS1 analyst shared a story of how Hurts' mother, Pamela Hurts, asked Wright why he always criticizes her son. Saturday night, DraftKings clutch sports party at Brennan's in New Orleans. This woman comes up to me and says, "I would like to ask you a question. Why do you talk so bad about Jalen Hurts?" I was like, "Well, I don't know, that's fair." She was like, "Yes, it is. You always talk bad about him." Wright mentioned that he doesn't consider himself a Hurts hater, but pointed out how the two-time Pro Bowler failed to build on his sensational performance in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. He highlighted how the woman who approached him was still not convinced, and Wright eventually realized that she was Hurts' mother. She still is like not really having, and then I realized something I should have realized much earlier in the conversation. And I said, "Ma'am, may I ask you a question? Are you Jalen Hurts' mother?" And she said, "Yes, I am." She obviously just thinks I'm wrong, which is what a mother should think. Wright continued. She says, "What are you going to say when he wins?" I was like, "Well, if he," and before that she goes, "Not if, when he wins." So, what I'll say is Jalen Hurts now deserves to be just considered one of the 5 best quarterbacks. Winning a Super Bowl really matters a lot.